power in the now. You're not waiting on life. Life is waiting on you to arrive. Not tomorrow. Not when the money comes. Not when they validate you. Right now. The present moment isn't just where peace lives. It's where all power exists. When you stop chasing the past. When you stop bracing for the future. And when you finally drop into the now. You don't become passive. You become unstoppable. This book isn't about doing more. It's about doing less with more intention. It's about merging with the moment so deeply that your thoughts stop screaming and your intuition takes the wheel. That's not soft. That's source. When you're fully present, your actions aren't guesses. They're divine responses, pulled straight from the ether of consciousness. That's where power lives. And it's been waiting on you to arrive. Stay with this book until the final page. Because in the end, you won't just read about the now. You'll be in it. You'll learn how to drop out of the noise, how to flow without force, and how to move like a weapon guided by wisdom. Not fear. You don't have to become anyone else. You just have to return to the moment, and that's where the real you has always been. Chapter 1. Arrival is not a place, it's a state. You've been told to chase it. The dream. The moment. The version of you that finally makes it. But here's the truth most never hear. Arrival is not a destination. It's a decision. You don't arrive when you hit a number. You arrive when you drop into the moment you're already in. Because now, this exact breath, this exact second, is the only place power can live. When you're present, you're not preparing for greatness. You're wielding it. No thoughts about who you should be, no loops about who you were. Just full awareness. Full aliveness. Full access. The world told you you'd arrive. Someday. But the now is the only place that actually exists. So stop looking ahead. Land here. Right here. Welcome home. Brain Chapter 2. Your mind is loud. Your power is silent. Your mind is an expert at narrating, judging, planning, labeling, reacting. It fills the room with noise. It fills your head with conditions. But your true power? It doesn't yell. It doesn't debate. It moves, silently, instinctively, intuitively. Because real power doesn't come from thinking harder. It comes from thinking less. From softening the grip of your mind. And letting truth emerge from something deeper. In silence, you remember things you never learned. You move in ways you never trained. You speak with wisdom you didn't rehearse. That's not magic. That's presence. You're not meant to overthink your way to clarity. You're meant to empty your way to alignment. So pause. Let the noise fade. Let the silence speak. That's where power lives. Win Face Chapter 3. Breathe first. Then become. Your breath is more than biology. It's a code. A portal. A reset button buried in your chest. You want presence? Start with the inhale. You want power? Start with the exhale. You want to return to the now? Start with what's always been with you, your breath. Because when the breath slows, the mind softens. The body opens. And the soul, the real you, steps forward. No fear. No past. No projection. Just a rhythm. Just the now. Just pure, fluid power. Breathe deep. Anchor in. You don't chase presence. You inhale it. Chapter 4. Flow state is the language of God. There's a space between effort and ease. A rhythm where you stop thinking and start knowing. Where time melts and motion feels like memory. That's not coincidence. That's flow. And flow? It's the language of source. You don't force it. You fall into it. You don't direct it. You become it. In flow, you don't try to create. You channel. You don't guess. You respond. The best athletes, artists, thinkers. They weren't operating from the mind. They were plugged into something beyond mind. And you've touched it too. That moment when everything clicks. When intuition outpaces strategy. That's not luck. That's you remembering how to listen. Flow isn't rare. It's your native tongue. You've just forgotten how to speak it. Person in Lotus Position Chapter 5. Reaction is noise. Response is power. The world will test you. Triggers, chaos. People who don't get it. Your instinct? To react? To defend? To match energy with more energy. But presence has a different weapon, response. Reaction is fast, shallow, and loud. Response is calm, deep, and final. Reaction is the mind trying to protect itself. Response is the moment protecting your peace. When you're present, you don't flinch, you feel. You don't lash out, you lead. In the now, you move with precision. With clarity. With frequency tuned to truth. Because reaction is the noise of the ego. Response is the voice of the soul. And when the soul speaks, everything around it listens. Tornado, Chapter 6. Control is an illusion, rhythm is real. We've been taught to grip everything. Control outcomes. Control time. Control how others see us. But control is a myth. Rhythm is real. Control says, hold on tighter. Presence says, feel the tempo. In the now, you don't control your life. You dance with it. You don't force opportunities. You follow alignment. You don't chase outcomes. You mirror the beat of what's unfolding. Trying to control everything keeps you anxious. Trusting rhythm keeps you fluid. Let go of your white-knuckle grip. Feel the beat. You weren't meant to manage the moment. You were made to move with it. Cyclone Chapter 7. The present moment doesn't need you, it invites you. The now isn't waiting for your validation. It's not asking for permission to exist. It doesn't beg for your attention. It's already here. Whole. Still. Powerful. But it does invite you. It whispers. If you want to drop the weight, you can. If you want to stop running, you may. If you want to return to the real, I'm open. The present moment never fights you. But it also doesn't chase you. You can fill your life with noise, and the now will still be humming beneath it. Unchanged. Not asking. Not pulling. Just inviting. So stop looking for a sign. The moment is the sign. All you have to do is step in. High Voltage Chapter 8. You don't manifest from thought, you manifest from alignment. You've been told to visualize, to script, to speak it into existence. But thought alone is a seed with no soil. Presence is the ground that makes it grow. You don't manifest by wanting. You manifest by being. When you're fully aligned with now, you act without doubt. You speak without resistance. You move like what you desire is already true. That's not delusion. That's resonance. Thoughts are clouds. Presence is gravity. It pulls what belongs to you closer, without strain. Stop trying to think your way into alignment. Start living like the thing is already here. Because if you're in the now, it is. Chapter 9. The future isn't coming, you're creating it right now. The future doesn't arrive. It's built, moment by moment, in the space you're standing in. You're not waiting on your breakthrough. You're either crafting it with full attention, or delaying it with distraction. We say things like, when it happens, when it comes, when I'm ready, but time isn't the author, you are. And your pen is what you do right now. Want to change your life in 6 months? Don't start tomorrow. Start here. Start now. This second is the seed. Water it with attention. And the future won't surprise you. It will reflect you. Person Lotus Position Chapter 10. Stillness isn't weak, it's sacred warfare. We've been taught that movement is strength. That hustle is everything. That stillness equals softness. But stillness? Stillness is sacred war. In stillness, you gather. You remember. You listen to what the noise of the world tried to drown out. You stop reacting. You start realigning. Stillness doesn't mean surrender. It means reclaiming your signal. The warrior who can sit in silence, unmoved, unshaken, still, is more dangerous than the one always chasing. You don't lose ground by being still. You own the room in silence. You win the moment by not leaving it. Direct hit chapter 11. Energy flows where attention dwells. They say, energy flows where attention goes. But that's not enough. It flows where attention dwells. Where it stays. Where it commits. The scattered mind builds scattered results. The rooted mind? It builds legacy. Every notification, every dopamine drip, every scroll pulls your focus out of now and into nowhere. But the masters? They stay here, rooted in a conversation, in a craft, in a breath. And because they dwell, their energy compounds, their presence expands, their results accelerate. You don't need more time. You need more dwelling. DNA Chapter 12. Now is where all-knowing lives. Intuition doesn't shout. It doesn't fight for space. It doesn't compete with logic. It waits, right beneath your thoughts. In the stillness of now. That quiet knowing you get before you overthink it? That flash of clarity you feel before the fear speaks? That's not a guess. That's your connection to Source. You don't access wisdom by stacking knowledge. You access it by subtracting noise. In this moment, all the answers are already here. Your problem isn't the future, it's your refusal to return to the present long enough to hear what's already available. The truth? It's not somewhere else. It's not someday. It's now. And it's always been. Chapter 13. The body knows the moment. Let it lead. Before thought. Before doubt. Before words. The body already knows. It breathes when you forget. It tightens when something's off. It relaxes when alignment hits. Your body is a compass. But only when your mind steps out of the way. In the now, the body becomes intelligent. You move before you explain. You sense before you label. You act with clarity that logic can't reach. Presence brings you back into your natural rhythm. And in rhythm, your body becomes your guide. Not your prisoner. Let it move. Let it speak. Let it show you the next step. Without overthinking the staircase. Mantelpiece Clock Chapter 14. Time is a lie the ego believes. The ego lives in time. Always rushing. Always regretting. Always measuring. But your soul? It lives in presence. It lives outside the clock. There is no too late in the now. There is no not enough time in the now. Because here, in this breath, you're already full. You're already on time. You're already enough. The mind loves to divide everything into past and future. But truth only happens in one place, now. And when you collapse the illusion of time, you collapse the stress it created. You don't lose your edge. You gain your access. Time doesn't move you. Presence does. Fire Chapter 15. Presence makes you magnetic. You've felt it before. That person who walks in and everyone notices. Not because they're loud. Not because they're flashy. But because they're here. Not halfway. Not checking their phone. Not over-explaining. Just fully present. That's magnetism. That's rare. That's power. Presence pulls people in without trying. It's calm confidence. Still fire. Clear frequency. And in a world full of scattered energy, someone who's anchored in the moment becomes unforgettable. Want to stand out? You don't need to do more. You need to be more here. Soap Chapter 16. The moment doesn't care about your past. You keep carrying it like it still owns you. Old mistakes. Old identities. Old stories. They play on repeat, shaping how you see this moment. But here's the truth, the moment doesn't care. It never did. The present doesn't judge you for who you were. It doesn't grade you for your timeline. It only asks one thing. Will you step in? Right now. Not when you've healed. Not when it's perfect. Not when you've earned it. Now. You're the only one dragging the past in. The now? It's clean. It's clear. It's free. And if you choose it, so are you. Chapter 17. You're not here to force, you're here to flow. Force is what the world taught you. Hustle harder. Push more. Dominate everything. But that's not how power works when it's real. Power flows. When you're in flow. You don't push, you respond. You don't chase, you attract. You don't grind through life, you move with it. This isn't laziness. It's alignment. When you're locked into presence, you know when to act, when to pause, and when to walk away. Because now is a current. And when you sync with it, you don't force success. You become it. DNA Chapter 18. The real you is always already here. You've spent years chasing versions of yourself. The better one. The more disciplined one. The healed one. The highest one. But here's the paradox. The real you doesn't need to be found. It just needs to be revealed. Presence doesn't build identity. It removes everything that isn't you. All the masks. The overthinking. The fear-based filters. The performance. In the now, there's nothing left to fake. Just a raw, rooted version of you. Clear, clean, and capable. You're not becoming. You're remembering. Person Lotus Position Chapter 19. Action without presence is noise. You can do all the right things. Wake up early. Read books. Make content. Chase goals. But if you're not here while you do it, it's empty. Action without presence is movement without meaning. It's noise. And noise doesn't change lives, yours or anyone else's. When you act from alignment, you're not just doing things. You're building from essence. Your energy carries weight. Your work hits deeper. Your timing becomes divine. You don't need more hustle. You need cleaner signal. That signal lives in now. And when you move from here, everything you do echoes. Cloud Chapter 20. You are the channel, not the creator. You keep trying to figure it all out. To think your way to clarity, to force ideas, map every outcome, control every path. But the truth? You're not here to create everything. You're here to receive it. You are the channel. The vessel. The bridge between thought and form. When you're present, you don't come up with ideas. They come through you. Call it God. Call it Source. Call it the field. It doesn't matter. Because it flows through presence. Not pressure. You don't have to invent power. You just have to be still enough to receive it. Key Final Chapter. Your power was never in the future. It was in you. You spent years reaching. Hustling. Forecasting. Overplanning. Trying to get ahead. But power was never ahead of you. It was inside of you, waiting for you to arrive. And now you know. Flow isn't a luxury. It's your natural state. Presence isn't passivity. It's precision. Intuition isn't abstract. It's access to the most true version of yourself. So here's what's real. You don't need more steps. You don't need more answers. You don't need to become. You just need to be here. Fully. Finally. And fiercely. Because presence isn't peace alone. It's power. And now? You hold it.